Alright guys, well my pit bull's in the way, Chatapalo. But I was going to continue on, since I got cut off on my last video, to show you this is just a small stash of my PaintRock that I got about 3 days ago in a new little sweet spot I found in northeast Alabama. But I can't give you really any more than that. But it was in the PaintRock Valley, I will say, along Highway 72. If you rock hounds around this area know where I'm talking about, this is this general area and northeast of there really and truly is the only place to find this stuff. But moving on, before I go into it farther and cut them, I wanted to show what these looked like on the outside, because they are totally different. The beautiful jewels they hold on the inside, you would never think that by looking at the outside of them. But if I can get this to focus, you can see some of the blue chalcedony bleeding through. A little bit of the red fire in it. That's more crystal and blue, if you can't tell. There's some quartz in there. You can see some blue. And these things are also usually caked with mud when you find them. And that, pretty good sign. Some fire and blue in there. Pretty good sign it's going to turn out to be a real beauty. I've had this small amount here sitting in a vat of acid for a day. I just took it out. But again, let me just restate that although these right here, you can say, well, yeah, Dare, obviously, you could really tell the difference in this out in nature. Obviously, yeah, you could, but again, these are usually caked with mud and look like every other ordinary rock, unless you start to really know what you're looking for by the outside material, kind of like when you're hunting quartz. A lot of this stuff has, well, it's all quartz in it, so, and a lot of it is, if you know your geographic area of where I'm talking about here in Alabama, which is, well, the Piedmont Uplift, Cumberland Plateau, and that's going down all the way as far south as like Clay County. But that stuff holds a lot of the marine fossil life also, that's in a lot of the sedimentary and metamorphic rock. That's why you find a lot of mines out here in this area, marble mines and such. This whole area used to be the bottom of the sea floor, and you can find little fossils all in these quartz and beautiful pieces of gemstones. And where you can find that stuff and the crystals it's in, usually you're going to find, not too far, some beautiful colored stuff like this, at least in my experience. But this has, you can see the fire on it, the red on it. I mean, it's solid red. I hope that makes out good for you watching at home. That's got a lot of blue in it through there, blue chalcedony. Now this one looked terrible at first, but you can really see. Again, I have took a brush to this and had it sitting in a vat of acid, muriatic acid to be exact. You can get that at Lowe's. I don't know, $5 to $8 a gallon maybe, if not cheaper. Man, look at that. When I cut into this, it is going to be solid blue and red glass with yellow lace in it. You can see the yellow staining all through the top. There we are. Sorry if this is shaky. I decided to do this on the fly. Okay. You can see the agate right here banding. Hang on. God, that's gorgeous. This is a rather high dollar rock too. Due to its rarity. Excuse me, I have a cold. Probably sound like I'm mumbling. Look at that. And this piece I'm holding weighs a few pounds. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. See all that through and through. Blue chalcedony, the white in it. Look at that. Gorgeous. Now, you could not hardly make any of this stuff out when I first found it. I called it by the exterior shell of it and the really, I guess, kind of the design, I'd call it, on the outer shell. Like I said, when you hunt for quartz rock, you'll do the same type thing. This is another beauty. Now, the one person I take with me on these expeditions, and the only person that knows the location of these honey holes I have, I was cutting some of the pieces she had found with me the other day. I was over here in my shop cutting them, and she had a piece 2 or 3 times the size of this one. Pretty good size, but it had a lot of the same green banding in it, and it ended up, I mean, it's PaintRock, but it has a moss agate in it, which is this green, if I can get it, green banding right there. Absolutely gorgeous. This one, I'll have to cut into it pretty good, but I could cut a really beautiful piece out of this. Make a nice cab. Oh, and man, that's beautiful. Just to put this out there, I do sell all my pieces, or not all of them, but a lot of my pieces I'm selling. I haven't got them all up yet, but I am in the process of doing so, putting them on Etsy after I cut slices from them, or I sell some of the rocks raw, whole. Some of them I cut and polish. Some I make into just standard like wire wrap jewelry. Nothing too fancy, but the rocks themselves are the real prize. As like I said, these are very rare and pretty expensive rocks, or gemstones. I call them rocks. Pretty expensive gemstones. But the name of my Etsy page is Alabama Gemstones. You'll notice it by a picture of a necklace with a beautiful cut, kind of like, I guess, all view of like a diamond pattern of turquoise and malachite. It's a piece I had gotten from my grandmother many years ago, and I cut one day and found how pure it was and had to make a beautiful piece out of it. Again, this one I did not know had any of the beauty that I found out it had later on. I thought it was just a good quartz piece. As these locations you'll find this type of gemstone, you'll find a lot of beautiful quartz as well. Unique quartz at that. Very unique quartz. I mean, a lot of them are like what you're seeing here, but it's just, solid crystal. But as you can see, let's see if I can get some better color out of it. Once I got home and put the brush to it and some clean water, started to see the fire in it, and that this piece right here was probably going to be a real beauty, because you could see on every angle of this thing it's just bleeding the blue and red and yellow out, which the Greasy Cove or Yellow Lace Agate, or PaintRock in this case, it's a form of agate, but it's it holds its own name of PaintRock all the same, but it turns out that's a very valuable form of it when you have that yellow lace or the Greasy Cove, which the Greasy Cove I am accustomed to seeing has a little bit more of a mustard color of a yellow to it, which makes it more unique and, believe it or not, beautiful. But between me and you, I like these colors far better. This one is going to be a real beauty. But as you can see, even after an acid bath and some brushing, it still holds this brown kind of outer color to it, which to the naked eye you're not going to think too much about when it's just sitting amongst the grass. Although that didn't make much sense, of course, you could see it, but in a creek, it's easy to step over unless you're able to pick out these. Anyways, I have a few more 5-gallon buckets of this stuff to go through. Some of this is solid white almost, with just a little bit of red bleeding through, letting you know that this piece as well is fire, at least halfway. Oh, nope, all the way through. Yeah, I can see red and blue coming out of there. Anyways, I've rambled on long enough. just wanted to give y'all a little taste of what you can look for whenever you are hunting agate or paint rock here in Alabama. And yeah, let you know I have an Etsy page and I do sell this stuff. I can sell it raw, or I can cut it and sell you the slice. I'll have a lot more of a selection up in the near future. This is a beautiful piece, by the way. You could just slice this right down into small little thin slivers and carry all this beautiful design and color in it without all the nastiness on the outside. Get back, bud. Sorry, my dog is bumping into me. Anyways, hope y'all have a great day. Today's my birthday, so I am about to go celebrate, and I wish y'all a good day. And if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to shoot me an email or a message on here, and I will talk to y'all next time. Take care.